Ich habe mir die letzten 2 Juice geklaut.
So, dies ist my erstes video. Hopefully I can look back on this and think how terrible this sounds, but my name is Bianca and I am a fourth year biomedical engineering student at the University of Cincinnati, and I am living abroad in Germany for 7 months. Um, like I said, I just decided to make a YouTube channel, so I'm going to talk about all of the things that I've encountered thus far and then all of my experiences here. Um, so I am working at Siemens in Erlangen. I live currently in Harrodsburg, so I'm going to talk about all of that and finding my apartment and everything. But I have a bunch of stuff I want to talk about in this video because it's my very first one. So in the description box, I'm going to list all the times and different topics I want to talk about in case you don't want to listen to them all. So the very first thing is I'm in the International Co-op program. It's called ICP at my school. And basically, they set us up with something called Cultural Vistas, and they sponsor us. And then we also are provided us, which you pay for, a 6-week summer intensive German class. And then we take another semester of German before we come here. Lucky for me, my mom was born in Germany. She changed to be an American citizen, but I was able to get my German passport. It was kind of a hassle, but it's really nice in the long run. I had to go to the German consulate in Cincinnati and bring all my documents, and I think it was like $260 maybe. But then several weeks after that, we learned that I was going to have to do a name change because my mom's last name is different than my dad and my sister's and my last name. So then we had to go through that again, which was a pain. You had to get things stamped, notarized is the word, and that sucked. But yeah, so here I am. So if you want to make an appointment, you have to go online and you have to give it like at least a month's advance, I think. So it's something that if you're interested in doing that, you want to do that sooner rather than later. I guess another thing is through my program, we are supposed to be sort of placed in jobs. However, that is not how it happens for most of us. The best way to find a job is to be proactive. So some of us, like, just applying online every day, and then Cultural Vistas is supposed to place us, and then our, advisor, she's supposed to have contacts too that she's supposed to send our resume out to, and then hopefully we hear back from them. But for a lot of us, that didn't work out. So online, there was something for Siemens, and my dad knew a woman who works at, I forget the name of it, but it's like the German sister cities. I think it's the Dresden sister cities. And she was able to suggest that I apply for the Siemens internship. And it seems like it can vary how long it is, but it's specifically for international students. So I applied and didn't really think that I would get it. And here I am, and I got it. And I'm super excited. So let's see. Okay, housing is another big one. So I figured for anybody going abroad for an extended period of time, finding housing is very difficult. A lot of the people I watch on YouTube are au pairs, and I think that's awesome. But for me, it didn't really help when they suggested finding housing. Like, I don't know, it's very complicated. But the closest city to me is Nuremberg. So Nuremberg is here, Erlangen is up here, and then Harrodsburg is over here. So I was trying to find somewhere in Erlangen, but it's kind of expensive, and I was not looking to pay more than 600 euros a month for my housing. So pretty much we're all on our own for that. I found a really great website I highly recommend. It's called HC24, and they specialize in finding houses for extended, like, leases, I guess, leasers. So I was able to find quite a few different options, and then I worked with like a realtor. We emailed back and forth. She was super helpful. And my apartment's great. I love it. My mom was very skeptical of the whole thing. Like, you have to wire money at the end, which is kind of scary when you have to wire $1,000 and don't really know whether or not it's real. But I mean, they had a website, all these different pictures in all these different cities, and I can verify that it was real. I'm here and I love it. And I don't know if you guys ever want a tour of it. I can definitely walk around and videotape my apartment. But yep. So trying to think. If you're younger, living in dorms is awesome too. It's just for my program, our time was so limited. I didn't have enough time to go look for a dorm. Like, we get our jobs, pretty much most people get them in like mid-December, and then we're supposed to be over there working like at the beginning of January. So it's really hard to find a place to live in that short of a time. But I highly recommend HC24. I'll link the website down below. Like I said, my other friends, I think like Craigslist, I tried that and I found two that were a fake scam. So I don't know, I wouldn't really recommend that. And I don't know, I think if you just like Google housing in your city, you can find them. But HC24 has a lot of different options in different cities. So I would recommend that. Yeah, also, I guess the things about the house here that are very different than back home, like my fridge is mini. Everybody's fridges are mini, I think. Like families probably have larger fridges, but they're still smaller than our fridges in America. Another thing is that my fridge doesn't seem to get very cold. I don't know if that's normal or not, but like it's not freezing, and I also don't have a freezer. So if I were to get ice cream, I guess I'd have to buy like a single self-serve thing of ice cream and just guzzle it all down at once because I don't think any of my ice cream would stay cold. But I also have a microwave, I have an oven, no dishwasher, but that's fine. I always hand wash everything. I have an awesome like tea kettle thing here, and I love drinking tea, so that was great. And then the other big thing is trash here is so strange to me. It's probably for the best, but at home we have these, everyone has huge green trash cans that you put out on your street, once a week or whatever. Here, there's like 6 different types of trash. I don't even know them all yet. I've only been here for a week. But you have your yellow bag, which you can put like plastics in, foil in. That's all I know so far. And then you have compost, which people don't put those in bags. You just like go outside and like dump it in your compost bin that they come and take. We had a brown paper bag that was left here, but it like busted and there were coffee grounds everywhere, so that sucked. And then you have normal trash, which is, whatever else can't go in the other ones. But there's also places for cans and bottles. And then there's also something separate for paper and like napkins and like cardboard. So yeah, pretty much you shouldn't have very much trash. Honestly, I found that out. Like my trash is the least one. My biggest stuff is the yellow bag that has all the plastic and everything in it. But what's also really funny is when you go outside, the trash cans, like for my whole apartment complex, it's like a third of the size of your trash can for your singular family at home, which I thought was really crazy. But I mean, it's awesome. The flight, okay, I hate flying. Like, let me tell you, I hate it. I've only flown like 2 or 3 times, and I do not enjoy it. I hate turbulence. Takeoff and landing kind of sucks. It's just, I don't love it at all. And so, this was my longest flight. I think it was like 8.5 hour flight here. My dad booked the tickets. My mom was able to come with me. That's a whole other thing. But my mom, like I said, is from Germany, so she was able to come here and help me set everything up, which I really couldn't have done it without her, I don't think. But so the flight, yeah, it was like 8.5 hours. We went from Ohio to Georgia, Atlanta. I think that flight from Ohio left at 10 and we got to Georgia around 2. And then our flight to Germany didn't leave until 6. So we got in the next day here in Germany, in Munich, I think at 9. And then from Munich, we took a train from the airport to the Hauptbahnhof in Munich. And then from there, which was like a 20-minute train, half-hour train. And then we took another train from the Munich Hauptbahnhof all the way to Nuremberg. And that was like, I want to say an hour and a half. I took an express train today, and that was only an hour. But if you get the cheaper one, it's most of the time going to be an hour and a half. So then from there, we didn't go to Harrodsburg my first day. We went to Erlangen, and we stayed in a really nice hotel. It wasn't very expensive, and the breakfast was amazing. Like croissants and tarts and pastries everywhere, and yogurt, and they had like a caprese salad and all the drinks you could want. Like I think it was $70 for both me and my mom, and it was like, I think it was called Zeitbahn House in Erlangen. It's really central in the city, so I love that. But anyways, we got off the train, and I was falling asleep because by this point, it was 2 hours after we got off the plane. I had not slept at all. Like, I was not able to sleep on this plane. It was so uncomfortable. And when I finally was about to fall asleep, they turned the lights on to serve breakfast. I was like, well, guess I'm just gonna pull an all-nighter, which, being a college student, I literally have never pulled an all-nighter. Like, I've never done that before. Yeah, so that was kind of terrible. So we had to, like, lug our stuff. We get off the train, and then the walk to the hotel is only 15 minutes, it says, but, like, I packed my bag. Like, I have a huge backpack, right? And I packed my suitcase, and it weighs 49 pounds because I was, like, just under the limit. So, and it's also snowing here and it's icy and there are rocks everywhere, so they don't use salt. So when you push your suitcase, it like stumbles on everything. So like 15 minutes we're walking around. It's freezing here. When they say it's cold in Germany, like it's cold. It's only 30 degrees, right? Which you think, oh, 30 degrees, like that happens all the time. No. I don't know what it is, but it is freaking freezing here. It's so cold. So we get to the hotel and everything's fine. And then I think we go and get food, and my stomach was all messed up because I hadn't really eaten, hadn't really slept, so I felt bad. But like the crepe was really good. Um, so then I think we went to bed at like 4 or 5, and then I woke up the next day at like 9, 8 or 9. I can't really remember at this point now, but I know I slept like a good solid 14 hours is what happened. Um, and then from there, I mean, I was fine. My mom didn't sleep well the whole time, so I felt like she always seemed like she was kind of jet lagged, but I was pretty much good after that one day of like long sleep. I was fine. Since being here, traveling has seemed super easy. So we took the plane here and then we took the trains, and we've experienced taking all of the buses. So honestly, it's kind of overwhelming your first day because you're like, oh my God, what side am I supposed to be on? Which way is this going? How do I pay? Like, they don't check your tickets. You just have to go and pay. And then sometimes there'll be people on the train checking them, and then if you don't have a ticket, they'll charge you like 60 euros. They call it like black riding, I think. I don't know. I don't remember the word yet. But yeah, so it's kind of like an honor system, and then unless you get caught, then you have to pay a bunch of money. So always buy your ticket. And they have maps everywhere on the train, so they're fairly easy to figure out. And bless Google, it's so nice. Google Maps, if you type in your destination, it'll tell you like where you walk to get on this bus, what bus you need to take, and then from that train and this and this. So it's really nice. And it's all really cheap. Like, I had a ticket one way back from Munich for 29.90 euros, and I'm going to go visit my friends next weekend in Munich. We're all getting together, and I think my ticket costs like 32 euros or something from Haraldsburg, which, I mean, or it's from the Nuremberg Hauptbahnhof. I'm practicing. But it's really not that far, and it's really inexpensive. So yeah, traveling seems super awesome. Guys, I'm waiting for my maintenance guy to come plug in my washing machine. My landlady gave me her old one, and it's like a washer and dryer, so I'm just like waiting for him to get here, and I'm not sure when that's gonna be. I'm also a little nervous because I don't know how much English he's gonna speak, but we're gonna see. But anyways, I'm gonna rewind back to my train ticket to Munich. So my 29.99 one or whatever was a Einfach Fahrkarte, so it's like a one-way ticket. But my other one that I said that was $32, it's a Hin und Zurück Fahrkarte, so I'm going from the Nuremberg Hauptbahnhof to the Munich Hauptbahnhof, and then I'm gonna go back from there to the Nuremberg Hauptbahnhof on Sunday. So it's like both ways. So it's way cheaper to get like a there and back ticket. Round trip is the word. But I was talking about my bus ticket. So the transportation from this little town to the bigger cities is kind of more challenging if you don't want to always take the train. So when I looked it up, it said the train was going to take me like an hour to get there because I have to go from Haraldsburg down to Nuremberg and then back to Erlangen. So, and I mean, most trains come like every 5 or 10 minutes, but the smaller ones, like in my small town, come like every 15 minutes, and then on the weekends they come only every hour. So it just depends where you're living. But there's luckily a bus here, the 210, that goes from Haraldsburg straight to Erlangen, and I think it'll take me like almost half an hour, 25 minutes or something like that. And that's really nice, except it only runs at like 6, 7, 8 a.m. in the morning. No. And then 1:30, like around lunch, and then it runs at like 4 and 5 at night. But that's it. So it's kind of just like getting to work and going to work. So hopefully I don't miss that. But then what I realized is the Siemens that is like in the central Erlangen apparently isn't the one that I'm going to be working at every day. I'm working like further down south somewhere. If I were to take the train, it'd be the stop before the Erlangen Mittel stop or whatever. So then I have to take another bus that's going to be like another like 15, 20 minutes, I think. So honestly, it's going to end up being close to an hour commute regardless. But my bus pass was only like $90 for 1 month, and I had to get a student ticket, so I had to go to the VAG in one of the Hauptbahnhofs, And then I had to get an application and then fill that out, and then I had to take that back to Siemens, and they had to stamp it and say that, yes, I'm a student doing a practicum. And then I took it back there and we paid. And so it's good for a month, but my student pass is good until, I think he said September. So I just have to go every month and renew it. But we only got it for 1 month because I wasn't sure. They had mentioned carpooling, so I'm hoping that somebody lives here and wants to take me to work every day. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll be taking the bus, and if the bus is too slow, then I might honestly just buy a train ticket anyways, because, I mean, it gets you everywhere. Talk about, banks. That is another big one. I feel like a lot of us were not really prepared for this banking situation here. So, in America, there are banks everywhere, and it's so easy to go in and apply for like a free account. Here, it is not like that. So everyone recommends N26. If you Google it, that's like the best traveler's account, blah, blah, blah. However, N26 does not take US phone numbers. So if you want to sign up for one, like they're going to make N26s in America, I think, in the next like 2 or 3 months. It's their plan, but right now, there are none. So it was really frustrating because I signed up for this account, and then I'm getting ready to do my video chat, and then the lady on the video chat's like, oh, sorry, we can't send you your confirmation code because it's a US number. Like, are you going to get a new phone when you're in Germany? Call us back then. Or do you have another number? And I was like, no, because I have T-Mobile. So I was planning on just using the same number over here, which is working awesome. Like, we haven't gotten our bill yet, but my dad called, and you're supposed to get like unlimited, I think it's only 2G data, but then you get like unlimited text, and then it's 20 cents per minute for a call. But I mean, if you're on Wi-Fi calling, then it's free. So anyways, the bank. Okay, so N26, right. So thankfully, because my mom is from Germany, we have family still in Germany, so I was able to contact one of my relatives, and he then was able to like Facebook chat me while I'm doing my video chat, and when I gave N26 his phone number, they texted his phone number, and then he like messaged me really quickly, and then I told it to them. So that all worked out because it doesn't link your phone to that phone number. But after you do that, you have to do a confirmation thing, and you have to get a confirmation code to your phone so that they know that this is the registered phone for your app. Again, they do not allow US phone numbers, which is annoying. However, you can go online to the online banking and go to the chat center and ask, and response time is kind of slow. I mean, here I feel like we're like, go, but I would like send a message, and then like 4 minutes later they would respond, and then I would send a message right back, and then 4 minutes later they would respond. But anyways, you can get a verification code online from them that they will send to you. You type it in, phone done. So like you can do it. It's doable. I just got my N26 debit card today though, credit card, whatever. And it's been about at least a week and a half since I applied for it. So if you need money quickly, I do not recommend. Also, another kind of annoying thing is if you're an American and you want to put US dollars into your N26 account, you cannot do that directly through N26. There is no way to get money into that account unless you have somebody back home who can wire you money into that account. You then have to download another app called TransferWise, I think. It's TransferWise or TransferWire, but I'm pretty sure it's TransferWise. And you can add like your American account and then your German account, and you can just like transfer money back and forth, and there is a fee. My friend did it the other day. Like for me, it took 4 days to get my money or something like that. But my friend did it, and hers only took 5 hours, she said it was supposed to. So I think it depends on what bank you use back home. And it also varies the fee that they're going to charge. So if you want it quicker, obviously you can pay more money. If you don't really care, then I think it's like a couple dollars, which is the one I tried because I wanted to test it out. But since my mom was here, also hint, when it asks for your tax ID number, use your social security if you do not have your Steuer number from your like Anmeldung registering in Germany yet. So remember that. Anyways, for the Sparkasse, which I still can't say yet, it's okay. We got 8 months to practice. You can also use your social security. So that's another great thing to do. And here there were 2 of them who spoke English. However, my mom like spoke German most of the time, which was very helpful. But it was free to open one up, which I think is the big thing because the Deutsche Bank or whatever the other ones are, I think it costs money and you have to have like a minimum balance in your account or put like a minimum in to open it. At the Sparkasse, you don't have to do that, which is super nice. So there's that, and we opened it up. You use your social security. We had to go into the bank and make an appointment for another day because it is harder with your social, not your store-on ID. But if you have that, I'm sure they can open it up for you like next day. And literally, I mean, we haven't traveled that far, but I've been from Harrodsburg to Erlangen to Nuremberg and Munich, and they have Sparkasses like everywhere. So that seems really nice. Shopping for home things and bags. All right, so if you want to buy anything here, you most definitely need to have reusable bags. I only brought 2 from back home because I didn't have very much space in my suitcase, and you can buy them here at any grocery store. Like, they'll charge you so and so many cents or euros or whatever. But if you're gonna go shopping, you have to have a bag unless you want to buy one. Even when we went to H&M, like, they didn't offer us bags, so we just put it in the bags that I brought. But yes, you need to bring reusable bags, like, for everything. So one thing that was very difficult for me, we were trying to find pillows and a comforter and sheets and all that kind of stuff, right? So we went to Mochtland. I would not recommend going there. It was kind of like a dollar store, but it's like one of the bigger stores where they have everything. And all of the pillows are either like the huge square pillows, like they're huge. I guess that's the thing here. I don't know. Or they're like really long rectangular ones, which they're super comfy. That's what I got. But the pillowcases at this place were all only meant for like the 40 by 40 centimeter square ones, not the 40 by 20 rectangular ones. I don't know. So like my pillowcase, you just fold it under and it's fine. It works. But that was interesting. Also, if you're buying sheets, you need to know the centimeters of your bed. You can't use like king, queen, double, full, twin, whatever. That's not how they do it here. They measure it by length. So, I mean, it's pretty easy to just Google, but you do need to know those if you're going to buy sheets. Yeah, as everyone I'm sure has already told you too, that everything closes here much earlier. So a lot of the stores you can go shopping at, like clothes shoppings and things, I think they close at like 7 or 8, and the grocery stores around me here close at 7 or 8. But Saturdays, they open later and they close really early, and then like everything is closed on Sunday. So, also a note, one store I would highly recommend going to if there's one near you is a Kaufland. They have everything. It's like a huge Costco. Like on the bottom floor was liquor, on the middle floor was like home goods, dog food, hygiene things, electronics, like slippers, clothes, and then the top floor was like a bakery, meat, food, candy, like everything you could want, fruits. It was huge, huge. I loved it. I also found, these are my favorite thing here. I love chai tea lattes, and if you love Starbucks chai tea lattes, these are very close. Tassimo chai latte. They come in 8 packs, and it's literally just powder, and you can just put it into your hot water, and they're great. It's great, and I love it here. The weather, like I said, it's freezing. It's been snowing. It's so cold. It hasn't been raining, but like so much snow. Some things I would tell you to bring, like when I was watching videos, nobody said it, but I mean, I guess you can buy them while you're here, is scarves. Like I bought this scarf. It's super cute from H&M. It was literally on sale for $4. And I brought 2 other ones that I had, but I mean, an essential thing to have here in the winter is a scarf. Like, it's freaking freezing. I also hope that you bring gloves and a hat because it is so cold. If you are a woman, I would recommend bringing tampons unless you want to buy tampons without applicators. I have not tried using any without applicators. I have not bought any, but like, I don't know, there's nothing on it. It's just like the tampon part. So yeah, I brought a box here for myself. Cash is very important. Like some restaurants don't even take card. Like it's better to pay everything in cash. Yeah, I would just say that's a very important thing. I guess one of my last things I'm going to talk about is clothes and what people wear, because I remember before I came here, regardless if you're going to move here or just visit here, I thought it was really important to know what to wear because everybody has very different styles country-wise. So one of the biggest things I was told was that nobody wears athleisure here. Like in America, that's fine. Everyone wears leggings, sweatshirts, hoodies, sweatpants all day long, which is great. It's so comfortable being a college student. That's like 60-70% of my wardrobe. I work at Homage, like so comfortable, love our sweatpants, love our hoodies. However, you do not see people wearing that around here, and that is true. I will say that. I think that Women do wear leggings. I haven't seen them by far as much as we do in the States, but there are girls that wear leggings here. I would say they're definitely younger ones who are probably in high school or maybe in college. Adults do not really wear leggings here at all. I don't think I've seen a single like adult with leggings on. Again, everyone has like boots and like some sort of nice sneaker, like not running shoes, but nice sneakers. Pretty much everyone wears jeans. Dark wash too is what I've seen. And what I was told. I brought my pair of Calvin Klein light wash jeans because I love them and they fit me and they're so comfortable and it's so hard to find jeans that fit. So I brought them and I wore them and I noticed that nobody else wears light wash. So, yeah, dark wash. And I didn't bring any of my pairs of ripped jeans because my parents told me not to. And I will say, I don't know if it's just because it's cold right now, but they were slightly right because I've only seen 3 people this whole time wearing ripped jeans. One was a guy and 2 were girls, and I don't really know if they like actually weren't from here. They were speaking German, but like I don't really know. Maybe they weren't from here. Anyways, yes. And then my whole other wardrobe basically consists of sweaters because that's what people wear like normally around here. I mean, people are casual. Like, this is the most casual I've been this whole time, and that's why I look gross, because I just dropped my mom off at the airport. Like, we stayed the night in Munich, and so, like, I need to wash my hair. I threw on a scarf to make this H&M hoodie look better, but this H&M hoodie and sweatpants are, like, the only 2 things I bought that are comfy, because I brought 2 pairs of leggings still. I brought my Adidas sweatpants because Adidas is German. So I was like, I'm going to bring my Adidas sweatpants. And I have seen some people walking around in those. Maybe not people my age, but I have seen people wearing them. And then I brought a pair of my homage sweatpants because I figured I could at least lounge in the house or in them, or like on the flight back, I can wear them. And then I'll look American when I come back, which will be, whatever. Anyway, so things that you can layer, like jackets, sweaters. It's so cold here. Bring things to stay warm in. Darker colors, that is very true, I'd say. I think it's fine if you bring like some hoodies. Just people don't walk around in sweatpants and hoodies here normally. And also, like, I don't know if everybody just like gets on the train and then gets where they're going, but a lot of people don't seem to be as bundled up as my mom and I. And I mean, granted, we are doing a lot of walking. Like, we're just kind of trying to figure things out. But, like, how are people not freezing? Some people don't have hats, and, like, a lot of people, like, aren't wearing winter coats. Like, it's freezing. I don't know if you just get used to that, but I can tell you right now, I will not be getting used to that. It's cold here. One of my first days here, we got 2 almond croissants and a whole loaf of bread for only €5. Like, crazy. Groceries are so cheap here. The 2 grocery stores by me are Aldi and Edeka. I hope that's how you say it, but Aldi is, like, fine for chips and maybe like meat and cheese and stuff, but if I actually want like real groceries and like a wider selection, then I go to Edeka because it's not very far. But yeah, so far so good. I love it here. I'm having a great time so far. Sorry this video is so long and not really put together. I've never made a YouTube video. If anybody actually watches these videos, let me know what you think and if there's anything you want me to talk about. Like I said, it's only my first week here and I'm hopefully going to document all the different places I go and maybe speak some more German. And maybe I'll be able to look back in 8 months from now and be like, wow, I improved so much is what I'm really hoping for. But yeah, for now, let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about. Tschüss, tschüss!